Hi everyone, I'm here using some more Globeland projects. We are going to be using the paper from Violet Bloom for all these projects. First we're going to start with some cards, and what I'm using are two of the dies that are the cat. I didn't use the moon one, I used this one that has the little butterflies on it, and I used this one. Now the first one I die cut out of the paper from the paper pad, and it is this. It has just a very faint squiggly line on it, which you're probably not going to be able to see. Yeah, it's not, there we go. You can see where I cut it out, but we're actually going to stamp a sentiment on here. And for that one, I chose some Misty Moonlight cardstock and from my stash, and then this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, a typical A2 card in the US. So this is cut 5 1/4 by 4, 5 1/4 by 4, and we're just going to glue that down, but not yet. This is the die cut, and I am not going to color it at all. I'm just going to leave it like that and glue it onto here. Not going to bump it up, but you could die cut this multiple times and raise it up a little bit, like maybe with some white or blue cardstock, or even light purple, like Purple Posy comes to mind from Stampin' Up's retired colors. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to glue it down. We're going to make this very simple. Now, I could not find sentiments in the stamps that I bought from, or that I got from Globeland, that I wanted to use for this particular card. So I did go search out some stamps, and I found some called Charming Sentiments from a different company. And I'm going to stamp Wishing You Everything Wonderful on the outside, and Because You Deserve It on the inside. And the Wishing You Everything Wonderful, these particular stamps have dies that cut them out the shape of the stamp. So I think I will be doing that for the front here. And then we'll look for some gems and put them on. For the second one, I die cut it in white. We're going to use this more purple, darker purple with the other design on it. Now this one, by the way, I ran back and forth only once in my machine, and I'm using a Stampin' Up machine to do the die cutting with the Magic Mat from scrapbook.com. This one, I ran it back and forth, just, I think I ran it back and forth the 1 and 2, but then I went back in because there were a couple little pieces, I think right in here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was right over here, that I had a little difficulty getting them out. So I put it back in after I got all the other pieces out, ran it back and forth another 2 times, and then they popped out. Yeah, it was right here because I tore it just a little bit right there. But we're going to color this. I think I'm going to color these a green and this a gray. I might leave the the white cat the way it is. I'm not sure yet. Maybe some brown in here, and we'll leave the outer rim white, I think. I have that one on a basic gray card, same size, 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, scored at 4 1/4, typical A2. So I was pleased with how they came out. So the ones that have more detailed, this one, like I said, came out perfect. I expect this one probably will come out too, but there's a few areas in here you might want to run it through a little extra. And same with this one, you might want to run this through a little extra to make sure some of these bits come out. So just, it depends on your machine. Maybe it's the way my plates are on my machine too, I don't know. But if you have a good high pressure machine, you probably just need to do the 1 or 2 pass through for all of these, like this one was. So let's do this one first. Let's go ahead and, actually before I glue it down, I'm going to stamp right on that same piece of cardstock and die cut it out. Now the question is, I don't have Misty Moonlight ink here, so I'm going to use Night of Navy. Yeah, I'll use Night of Navy. And you all know where these inks are from, right? Most of you. And if you want to do this in your stamping platform, go right ahead. I just don't feel a need to because I'm going to be die cutting this out. I'm not going to stamp the other one on this paper because I'm going to put it on white on the inside of the card. There we go. I'll have to clean these after, which I don't like to do, but actually, you know what? Let me get a baby wipe. Oops, wrong ones. Those are alcohol wipes. Don't want to use those on my stamps. Here's a baby wipe. We are going to make these cards, and then we're going to make the butterfly box too in this video. So it might be a little long, so grab your beverage of choice and sit back and have fun with me. Okay. Now I am going to put this down with some tape, if I can find my tape. Here it is. This is Post-it note tape. I love this stuff for die cutting. Love it, love it. And you can get it off Amazon, you know, and it comes, the one I got came 2 to a pack. So, all right, I'm going to turn around and die cut. I'll be right with you. Now this paper is thin. It is not cardstock. So, what I think I'm going to do, oops, dropped my Post-it note tape, is pull this off carefully. I'm going to run it through the machine one more time. I think on a piece of Misty Moonlight scrap, just to back it up a little bit. Maybe here's a scrap. Will that fit on there? Yes. So I'll be right back one more time, just to make it sturdier and also to raise it just a little bit. Oops. Okay. I just have to get it off my plate. Okay. So let's see. Will that look good? I think that'll do. All right, so let me glue those together. And I could do that with the other, I can't even, oh, it's already off. Duh. I was looking, why won't it come off the cardstock? Because it's already off, Deb. Does help. You can use any adhesive you want. I like having a little bit of wiggle room. This is one of my favorite glues. There you go. That I finally got put in these little bottles. All right, let's go ahead and glue this down. I haven't decided yet whether I want what was I gonna say? Any ribbon on this card. Some kind of ribbon to bling it up a little bit. So that's why I haven't glued it onto the card base yet. But we shall see. I'm not sure I want ribbon, but I know I want some kind of bling on here. Cute little kitty. Mine is asleep on the other chair in my studio here. My craft room, whatever you want to call it. Because I have like a, you know, I do jewelry too. And actually that's how I think Globeland may have found me, or just watching my videos. I don't know, but I also have participated. They're a sister company or a cousin company or something to BB Craft. And I have done beading videos and things from BB Craft in the past. So I'm going to put this a little off center to the left, a little bit, just like that. And then this I think we'll put here, and I think I will bump that up. I think I'm just not going to put ribbon. Let's glue this down. If you wanted, you could bump up this whole panel, and if you do that, I strongly suggest you put this paper on another cardstock card mat, because it'll be too flimsy just to put dimensionals or something on the back. Now if you use foam tape, maybe it would be okay. And then this, I think I will put up, bump it up on dimensional things. I might need a little one here too. No, I think one more right here will do. And we'll just put that here. I'm gonna find some kind of bling. You know what? I'm thinking just clear rhinestones, maybe. See if I can find mine. Actually, you know what? I have these from, you know, that store we get these from. And I think we'll use some of those. Let's see what color purple would go. Ooh, they're pretty. I think this one right here maybe, or yeah, either that one or I think this one here. I'm just going to peel them off and stick a few around. And then, let's see, where do I want that? Right here, right here. And then, oh, you know what? I'm silly me. I had pulled out some gold butterflies, but I don't know if I want gold on here. What do you think? I think not. I think what I'm going to do is grab maybe some glitter glue and do the butterflies. One sec. Okay, I brought out a couple. I think this one's too blue. Either Stardust. I think I'm going to use this one. It is Gumdrop. Just on the butterflies, which maybe I should have done. Let me just grab a paper before. Okay. Before I glue these down. Oh well. We just need a little something something to sparkle them up. And I'm going to just do the butterflies. And then we'll let that dry while we do the inside. I think that'll be all right. Okay, so let's stamp the inside now. Let me get a piece of white cardstock here. Oops, throwing things around. Yikes. And we're going to stamp, and I guess we'll use the blue again, the nice Native Navy, because I don't have Misty Moonlight here at my desk, and I don't want to get up again. So let me stand up so I can attempt to get this straight. There we go. Wipe that off. And put my ink away for now. Okay, and then let's go ahead and try and glue that in without flipping that all the way over, because that needs to dry. If you wanted to, you could stamp a little butterfly or something on here on the inside, or a cat image, but I'm just going to leave it at that. So that's our first card. Kind of simple, but I think pretty. Let me sit that back here. Now this one, we have to do some coloring. So let me move some of these blocks out of the way and pick up the stickles, stuff that, the glitter glue that fell. All right. I haven't decided whether I want to color with alcohol markers or other markers. I'm kind of thinking alcohol markers. Yeah. So I think I'm going to use dark soft succulent for these leaves. So let's just see how it works. If I have to cut another one out, I have to cut another one out. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do the branches green too, because, you know, why not? I can add a touch of brown to them if I want later. But that'll make it easier on me to do this coloring. Might be easier if you want to just do like blending brushes, but I don't have good control over where to stop and start with that, you know. So I'm going to use these, and I may have to do some touch-up spots, but that's okay. Let's see, don't want to get it on the kitty, but I need to make sure I get all the leaves. There. Kitty looks like he has a humpback there, huh? There we go. No humpback kitty, although they do arch. Yes, they do. They sure do. And they have some weird habits. Cats do sometimes, you know. But so do we humans, so that's okay, right? It makes life more interesting. I love my little kitty. I love the one I had before her, too. And she was a purebred Persian cat. This one is a black and white tuxedo, if you aren't familiar with my channel. And she is a strange kitty sometimes, but we love her. When I first got her, my son said to me, "You brought home a dud." I got her at a rescue. Oops. He's playing, almost did the paw there wrong. Trying to be careful. I don't want it to bleed into the kitty too much, you know. But he kind of changed his mind after a while. Well, the reason he said that is because she was missing a few teeth. She was missing an eyelash, a long eyelash. And we think she probably got in a fight with some other animal, possibly another cat. I don't even know. Since she was from a rescue, they didn't really know. And she was already estimated to be 5 years old-ish, maybe a little older, I don't know. But I love her personality. She does, except for one thing, she gets a little bitey sometimes, and she's not good with other cats. We tried cat sitting my daughter's cat here one time, and this one here, now that she's gotten used to us as her people, no, she's territorial. So I was originally thinking of getting a second cat, but I don't think it would work with my kitty. Okay, I'm going to do the bricks in like a gray, maybe no, smoky slate, I think. Dark smoky slate, I think will work. Yeah. I just wanted a little more color to pop off this card. Oops, I think I just colored the cat's foot. Oopsie. Oh well. I might as well go ahead and go straight across now. You think anybody will notice it gets this card? Probably. Because I just told y'all. Maybe I'll go around it with gray on the outer part too. I think I might. Because A, that'll be easier down here. And B, I think it'll make it pop off the card a little more. And the paper has like a little bit of, looks like gray in it. I thought it went well with the gray. I don't know. Let me make sure I got all of this. Don't do the cat's tail, Deb. I'm going to leave the cat white just for some interest. So you don't have to do this. You could, again, die cut it out of like the gray cardstock or something and just have, you know, that. Or like I said on the other one, you could do like color this and then put it up on a couple layers of cardstock and make it thicker. I don't want to do that today. Maybe another day. I have 2 more of these to use anyway. What do you think? I think I need a little more gray up here. I don't care if the bricks are slightly different colors, because you know bricks are. How's the weather in your area? It turned cold again here. We're only going up to, I think, 36 Fahrenheit today or something. I think that's going to be just fine. And maybe I'll make the cat stardusty. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. We'll make the cat sparkle. Just because I feel like it. If I can get it to come out. Maybe we won't. I have a pin here. Maybe this will help. Yeah, I think it just got dried at the end there. Okay. I'm going to take my finger and just smooth over that so it's not so streaky. Kind of spread it around a little bit. And good thing I have a baby wipe right here, right? It's okay if some of it gets on the leaves, but I really just want the cat to be sparkly. All right, so I'm going to set that aside. Set this aside. And we can go ahead and glue this background down. I'm going to wipe my finger off. And then we'll do the stamping. All right, and we're gonna need another piece of white for the inside. So this time we're using Hey There for the outside, which I'm going to use a scrap of white for, because we're going to die cut that out too, I think. And then we'll use this on the inside, What's New. And let's see, what color should I use? I'm kind of thinking, let me think. I think we'll use the soft succulent, actually. I was originally thinking gray or purple, but I don't want to. I'm going to stamp it here just to test. Okay. And while I have the ink out, we're going to stamp the inside. What's new? I have never used this particular sentiment from this set. Either one of these two. Okay. Now I'm going to put you on pause. Oops, sorry for the loud. And I'm going to die cut these and then I'll be back. Okay, everyone. So I stamped and die cut the Hey There, and I'm gonna I die cut it one extra time. I'm gonna glue them together. I was gonna do it another time, but the piece of scrap I had didn't have any more room, so I said that's okay. We'll just do this many times. I could have gotten another scrap. Heaven knows I have lots of scrap paper. Now I also could have used this piece of paper to stamp this on because it would go with that. See? Oh, maybe I should have done that. Oh well. I'll have it for another time. And before I glue that on the front, let's put this in here. If you want to add, you know, actually I could put that there. Oh, you know what? Let's do that. It's a different paper, but it still works. And that way I'm using the area that had that oval cut out of it. Oops. If I hold my trimmer, sorry I'm off screen. 5 1/4. So I have these bits now. And we're going to use this and put it on here. So I'm going to just put a thin layer of glue around the edge, and that way a little bit of purple will be around the edge, but it won't add any more bulk because it's a very thin piece of paper. I want it around the edge, but I actually didn't want it too close to the edge. I hope I didn't mess that up. Let's see. You know what's the same size? That didn't work. Hang on, I had to cut this down a little bit. Just about I'm gonna just do like 1/8 of an inch on each side. Or just on 2 sides actually, and see. Because I just want a tiny bit of that purple. A little bit more to the bottom. That'll do. That'll do. Just, I say that. I think I got it crooked. I'm going to trim just a little off this one edge. There. Ay, ay, ay. Hang on. Okay. I need to bring in a different trimmer. You see, I just can't do anything straight line, but we'll get it. We'll get it. All right. There. That worked. Okay. Yay. Yay me. And we just have a little bit of purple around the edge, so I like that. And I don't think anyone getting a card will know. Might be a little bumpy to write in here, but if you had another oval piece you want to put in there from a thin paper, you could do that just to make it less holy. But I think it'll be fine. Can't really feel it once it's down. So there we go. All right, now I'm going to have to very carefully, actually I see a few spots on the green. Where is it? Here. That I need to fix. I'm going to have to carefully glue this down is what I was trying to say, because the glitter glue takes a little while. I'm going to use the other end of the marker, what they call the nib end, and just go like this, because it was a little bit white in a couple spots. Did I get okay up here? Actually, we'll do the stems a little more. Maybe they'll be darker. This is the dark soft succulent, which I think is what I used before, but with the other end. I think when it dries, it'll dry later. That's all I'm going to do right there. Okay, now you just wave that a little bit, and we're going to glue it down carefully. Carefully. I would recommend waiting for the glitter glue to dry, but I don't have that luxury right now. I need to get this done and the video up, plus we want to get to the box, right? Everybody wants the box. Well, several people. I should not generalize and say everybody. Okay, let's put some randomly on some of these bits in here so they stay. And I think that should do it. And then we're going to carefully actually try and center this. I'm going to get a pair of tweezers, not my good ones, not my brand new ones. There they are. Oops. And just try and push that kitty cat down a little bit. And then wipe the tweezers off. If you have a bone folder, you could do it with that on here too. But I'm going to put an extra little dab of glue under there because it seems to be bending up a little bit. Yep, and there I just stuck my finger in the glitter glue. Not good, not good. Okay, and now I don't think I'm going to bump this up. It already has a little bit of dimension because I added the extra piece of card on the back. And I'm just going to go like this. Hey there. And then I think instead of a gem, well, let me see. Yeah, I think instead of a gem, I'm going to just put some of the glitter glue. Let's just use the same one. And let's just put a couple dots here and there. just to add a little sparkle. There. That should do it. And once they dry, hopefully they'll be, I don't know, they don't seem to show up real good. I might end up going over them with a little bit of gumdrops glitter glue also. So there is our second card. So here are both of them together. This one with the butterflies on the blue background with some Dollar Tree stickers, jemmies. And this one on the gray background with a glittery cat. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm going to put you on pause, put these over so they dry, and I will come back and we'll make the box together. See you soon. Hey everyone, I'm back to do the box. This is the butterfly box from Globeland that we're going to make. I had a little trouble with the bottom the first time, so hopefully we'll do better with that this time. Just, actually, you'll see why this is called a butterfly box in a minute. I'll show you. Not just because it comes with these really cool butterflies. This is what I cut out. This is 2 of them glued together. And the top one, like this, the wings go up. So the second time around, I cut it right out of the designer paper. It was out of this sheet because I used this sheet also for some panels. I didn't put any panels on the first one, but you can see I have things pre-cut here to put on this second box. Also, I stamped happy birthday already out of the silicone clear stamps that came in that pack of stamps. This one's more about beer and stuff, which I didn't really want, or there's a soda fountain there too, but I did use the happy birthday. So I don't think we need to stamp together. You saw me doing that with the other cards and things that we just did. So, but we are going to use these rather than putting them together. I did die cut the 2 tags, and also there's a label. Now these pieces, here's the label, which we might put on. I'm not sure yet. And so this is the bottom of the box. It comes with this attached to it, but you just have to turn it and twist it off. And then I have old, kind of worthless metal snips, but honestly, it's good if you hold them next to where the metal is and just twist, and they come off pretty easy on all of them. These were also connected in, but the other 2 pieces are back here, sort of on top of each other. And I was getting a little confused because you have to cut out 2 of these and 2 of this piece, but this is the what I'll call the front and back, and these are the 2 sides, but they have holes on them too. And I kept wondering, how is that gonna work? You have to line them up with this. Yes, you do. So anyway, let me put that aside now. And they do, I only ran them through once back and forth. And you probably could do it once, but my machine is situated where I kind of have to bring it back to me. So here is the bottom. Here is the 2 front and back. And here are the 2 sides. So I don't know if you can see, but they have, let me turn this light down. They have score lines that came out really clear on all of them. So we are going to score. I need to light up a little bit. Sorry guys. So let's just do the bottom first. We just bend it and score. I'm using a bone folder. But if you have like a credit card or the side of a stamp block or something, you could use that if you don't have a bone folder. Anything with kind of that can make a crease in paper. I used to use, when I didn't have a bone folder, the edge of my scissor handle. Just make sure they're kind of clean so you don't get marks all over. So the thing is, these tabbies are going to go on the inside of the box at the bottom. So that's kind of important. All right, this is the front or the back. And we're going to go here. You don't do anything here. I kept thinking, how are these straight edges gonna glue inside the box? And I kind of wish, you see it's gonna sit in here like this. I kind of wished there was, I guess, never mind. I was gonna say I wish there was something to glue it, like coming off of here into the bottom, but since this is on the outside, yeah, that wouldn't work. All right, I'm gonna just open them up a little bit because there's a crease here. And then these two little flaps, they confused me. They stay on the outside, which I didn't realize in the beginning. I kept trying to think, how do these tuck in? They don't. And then this one goes the opposite direction. So that bends because it's going to go like that and hook on to the other piece. So let's do the other piece. And I'll show you in a minute what I meant by, oh, and also we need to put our designer paper on. Should have done that even before doing these folds. I almost forgot it. We want to glue that down. Let's put that on the fronts now. Let's see. I decided I think I want the stripe on the front and back and these other papers on the sides because I might cover one of these up with a label. And yeah, I didn't want to cover the pretty other paper. These are both out of the Violet Blooms paper pack that I got from Globeland in the program. And speaking of that, there will be links to these products down below, and also to the main shopping store on in the description box below. Please use those links. They have a Deb10 after them, and also if you use the coupon code DEB10, which will be down below, you will get 10% off your first order. And if you use those links, it tells them that you came over to them from my channel, so that they know whether they're happy or not with doing the program with me. I don't know if I got them lined up very perfectly. It's on there for good though now. Now this time we're going to put these on before I do the bending. There's no bending on the sides on this one. And these are cut, I want to say 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 by 3.5. All these pieces. I went ahead and just cut them on my trimmer. If you have a stitched rectangle die or something that size, you could do it. I don't know if I have one that little. And there are little lines on here, so you can sort of see the inner part. You could go up to the lines like another 1/8 inch more. I don't get that straight either. Hang on. You know me and not being able to get stuff straight. Let's do the other one. And we have the dark at the top, so I'm going to keep doing that. The paper is sort of shaded. So I'm just using a liquid adhesive. And I'm going to use the liquid adhesive for almost everything, but I think I'm going to switch to tear and tape for the bottom. We'll see. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, now let's go ahead and score these. Actually, rub that because I don't think it was good. Now this one's a little tricky. You have to bend it, but you see there's a bend in the middle. You need to bend that too. And bend this in because this forms the butterfly, which you'll see in a minute. That is why it's called a butterfly box, which I didn't realize until until I finally got it, putting it together. So, all right, let me show you. I'm going to untie this, and I need to get something out available to tie to. This is just a piece of linen thread. You see? That looks like a butterfly. That is why it's called a butterfly box. These have to come in and line up with these holes. That is tricky. That and the bottom are the tricky parts. So we have to bring the bottom over, and we want these two pieces to be across from each other. But I do it, well, actually, we need to do the sides first. So we're going to glue these sides down. And I'm going to use wet glue and just hold them onto the flaps. And just hold them together. So that's the next step. Then the bottom. So you just want to line them up carefully. Make sure they're not over the edge, which I get sometimes. And then I'm going to actually lay it down, rub it with my bone folder while I can. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. Let's do this side with the side again. So we have a front, a side. We're going to put this side on here, on this flap. I only made one of these, so bear with me. Oops, and you know, this is not really my forte, but I thought it was a pretty box. I just didn't know what it meant by butterfly box. I saw the butterflies and thought, that's what they mean. They also meant the opening. All right, I'm going to push that down. Make sure that's at the right place. I don't know. I might have got that a little off. We shall see. And now we have to put the other one on. So let's go ahead and do that here. So you're gluing like the outside, but it's going on the inside, right? And we're going to put that here. Line it up. I have to flip it over so I can see here. And this glue dries pretty quickly, so I need to make sure it's lined up. And then give it a good rub. If you use tear and tape, I would suggest putting your tape on, only removing part of it, line it up carefully, and then once you're sure it's lined up, pull the rest off. I hope that makes sense. I'm not as good about that as I think I got this one just a little off. All right, and the last one now. Now, if you want, you could try and do the bottom right now before you close this up, but I don't want to. I think it'll be easier. I'll show you the tear and tape. We're going to try that in a moment. This one's a little harder because you can't really lay it flat. So I'm just taking my hand inside there and rubbing it and holding it in place till it dries and takes hold a little bit. Like I said, it dries pretty quick. All right, I think that's good. So now you see we have all this. These are going to go in. We'll do that after though. The next thing is this has to go in and stick to the bottom, and it's a little tricky. So I am going to get tear and tape out, which, you use whatever. We're going to put it on the outside here. I might use both it and glue. I think I will. I'll put tear and tape up here. Actually, I might, I think on the other ones, I'll put it up here. I'm going to have to cut it off the edge there. And then put glue at the top. I think I prefer that instead, because this is going to be right at the bottom edge where it needs to be the strongest. Trying to make sure I don't get it on the crease. Okay, Let's snip off a couple of those that are hanging over the edge. And I'm going to see if I can do these one at a time. That is the difficulty I have with this. It's like, I don't know if I can pull these off one at a time, because you have to put them in the box all together. So you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to pull them off all the way instead of trying to do halfway, but I'm going to put liquid glue on them also, all over them. And because I don't think I'm going to be able to, I don't think I'll have the time to or be able to find them in there, you know, to tear them off once they're inside the box. All right, let's put glue on them. And also, that might give me a little extra wiggle room. And also put it up here. So we'll see. We shall see, everyone. I hope this works. If it doesn't, I'll die cut another one of these and we'll just use glue. You only need one bottom, and then the two, you know, the front and back and the side. All right, let's bring these up. And we're gonna go for it, everybody. Here we go. And then I have to reach in and sort of bring it up to the corners, pushing down. It's a little tricky. The glue is good to do the glue with the tear and tape. There, I think I got it. Okay, I recommend the tear and tape with the glue to give it a little bit of wiggle room for you to get it in place. I think I did pretty good, guys. Look, maybe not right there. No, it's not too bad, see? I'm looking at, it's just a tiny little bit over. All right, so now these have to come in first, and they go, let me think again. This hole has to go, okay, it goes like this. You pinch it in like this, okay? And they come down and line up with these holes. I'm trying to get a hold of it. It's a little tricky, but you just bring the hole up there and over here. And it's actually easier if you have, let me get a piece of twine. Let's see, do I have a prettier one? Oh, here. We'll use this pretty purple thin ribbon. Let me close my glue up. And actually, where's that happy birthday? We're going to put that on too. So, I'm going to cut a length of this is Orchid Oasis color from another company. I need my ribbon scissors. I don't know if it's the right length, but we'll go for it and see. All right, so I'm gonna actually put this through here, and then through here, and through, this ribbon frays on the end, through here, and through here. Okay, they're gonna, oops, and then we're gonna put them through the other side here and here and now obviously if you're putting something in here, you want to do that before you tie it up. In here. Pull it through so it's tight on the one side. Push these in, go like this. And these flaps stay on the outside. So it's easy if you just put the ribbon through And then I'm going to actually put this little tag coming off of here. Let me lay it down so you can see. And tie a knot, maybe. I'll try and tie the knot. There we go. Pull it closed again. Make sure there's down in there. And that it's tight. And then we're going to tie a bow. We're going to try and tie a bow. Not my best thing, but you know. Take the tag off because it's not, I should tie the knot first. Then I can put that on. Duh. Da da da. So you see the butterfly? See the butterfly? Should be up together, down in there. There we go. There we go. Whoop. This ribbon's a tad too long. Now if you want to stick a little glue dot there, I'm just going to tie a bow, guys. I'll put the tag on after. All right, now let's put this on. Sorry, I got quiet there for a minute. Oh, and I don't have it tight enough, but you know, you get the idea. This one's, well, I untied it, but the twine works better. Or a not so slippery ribbon. And I'll just put this on. Put it however long I want it dangling. And tie a knot. There we go. And then cut them off. Maybe actually a double knot on there. You could tack it on to the top of the box there if you wanted to. I think a double knot would be good there because I'm afraid it'll come undone if I don't. And then I'll cut this one off just a little bit too. Yeah. And pull one of them. Oh, yeah, the ribbons, the tag's pulling it down. So you could tack it like right there. Now we have these beautiful butterflies. And we have that label. Where'd the label go? I'm going to just glue that on there. I don't know. I could stamp like hello there. Oh, there's a just for you in my other stamp set here. Let's put that on. Just for you. And I already have happy birthday on there from the set. So, yeah, we just need a just for you or something on here. We'll stamp before we glue that on, which we should have done first. And I would like this to be tied tighter. There's my cat. And sorry, I yelled down the steps. I hear my son up. I want to make sure he's okay because he's been ill. And I'm going to use, I think, Blackberry Bliss, maybe, is what I used on that one. And we're going to use just for you. Let me test it here. Okay. Just in the middle there. Pretty good. Pretty good. And we'll glue that on. So, bottom line is, if I can do this, anybody can do this. Probably people can do this a lot better than me. But I'm very happy I got the bottom one good. Because to me, that and the butterfly part of the top are the trickiest parts. So there we have our just for you. And now let's see, which gorgeous butterfly. I'm not real happy with this tag. I'm actually thinking I'm just gonna take a little glue here and tack that right up there so it doesn't keep sliding down and pulling on the bow. And then I think butterfly here. I think they showed it like up here, but I think we'll put one down here. I don't know if I want the double one. No, I don't think so. I'm just going to use the single one on this side. Maybe I'll put the double one, and I'm just going to glue the little body part on. I kind of want it like this. And then, you know what? I have some stickles here. Let's put a little bit of purple stickles on here to just shape that little body. See, I got a little sloppy with my stickles. To be expected from Deb. There, it's not too bad. Okay, good enough. And then, I don't know if I want the other one on the other side. Yes, I think I'm just going to glue that. I don't think I'll do stickles on that one because I need this one to dry first. But we will put this one on the other side and just leave it plain. Like that. There we have our butterfly box from Globeland. I do recommend this one. It cut out very easily, and you know, once I figured out how these were supposed to go, and I think I put these in down too far, it should look like this. So you just pinch them in and squish them back. So you see how they are pinched in and squished back, and then the ribbon or twine goes through them like that. There we go. There is our butterfly box and using the Violet Blooms paper to decorate it, and the label came with it, 2 tags came with it, and 2 butterflies. This was one, and this one, the wings open up. Yeah, and then I just left pretty paper on the sides. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I think it came out cute. Let me know what you think. And that is it for my videos for Globeland this week. I do plan on doing one more video next weekend probably, or late next week, and that will be for some stamping. And I don't know whether it'll be cards or other things, but definitely will be using all the rest of the, well, not all, some of the other stamps from this pack of stamps that I got. There's the number, and like I said, there will be a coupon code of Deb10 down below, and direct links to the products that have my link on them down below, as well as the main website with the Deb10 behind it. So please use that if you're interested in any of the products. If you watched my unboxing, you'll know that the products are reasonably priced. I also did a separate haul video where I purchased some things and I told you what the prices were. So if you missed those two, I will link them at the end in the end screen, I guess they call it. So just click on them and go see them. And then, let's see, come back next week and see what else I make with the stamps. All right, everyone, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and thank you again, Globeland. Bye.